Guys, happy Father's Day. um yeah, I just woke up this morning to a wonderful breakfast that my son had made and his girlfriend made, and then my brother was taking my dad to a car show this afternoon, so I thought with the 2 hour gap before I can get a chance to see my pops, I would see the Godzilla movie by myself. I don't mind seeing movies by myself, um, especially if it's ones that, with a busy life, I can't coordinate friends together. Or usually it's a Sunday I go see movies. But yeah, I went to see 2019 Godzilla. I'm telling you, this is a spoiler right now. So if you don't want to listen to the rest of this video, I even put a note before launching this that it's a spoiler. But it absolutely stunk. I'd rather watch the old Godzilla movies where you could tell that there's a guy in the suit. Remember Godzilla versus King Kong, where you could tell when King Kong would growl, like you could see like where the mask and the bodysuit like kind of divided, like he didn't tuck it in plush. I'd rather watch those old Godzilla movies because they had a better plot than this one. And then, mind you, the actors in here, again, it's probably all because of the special effects that they put into it. They couldn't afford acting. Not at all. It's a horrible plot. Everything was controlled by a transistor AM radio. And it was like, I don't know what it is. Like, they had all these cameras, like, around the city. Like, they can watch all the fights and all of them waking up from through mountains and coming out of water with cameras. Oh, there's Godzilla. And Godzilla wasn't called Godzilla, it was called Godzilla. Like Toadzilla? Goad. Goadzilla. I always knew it as Godzilla when I was a little kid. Godzilla. Godzilla. Not Godzilla. So I don't know where that came from. I did pay $8 to take a nap for the first 15-20 minutes. And I woke up by the sound of the word gonorrhea in a Godzilla movie? Really? Gonorrhea? I don't even know what that word was used in. I don't even know how it was used in a sentence or in what context. I fell asleep because it's kind of boring dialogue before all the monsters came up. But I just woke up to the word gonorrhea. And the female actor in this, she's got beautiful eyes, but she couldn't act her way out of a paper bag, let me tell you. I mean, and then the guy in this movie is just, the plot was just horrible. It was two parents that were, that went through a divorce or separated, and the daughter kind of caught between choosing the mom and dad, and then the daughter just, with the mother, she actually sacrifices herself at the end of the movie. Her daughter hated her from the movie because she released all these monsters on a transistor radio. I don't know why. It's always that way. They're all watching the fights like it's like some movie. Like they have all cameras in the city and they're controlling it like a video game with a transistor radio. For a little transistor radio. But it probably had a 9-volt battery. Woke up Godzilla and then he had all this nuclear power. I don't understand that. And Godzilla was really kind of a pussy until the end. If it wasn't for that transistor radio, I swear to God, his ass was kicked through the whole movie. Literally. In fact, he took a nap. He's getting old and fat, but he just sat in the bottom of the water in the ocean and took a nap midway through the movie, which basically I did. I mean, even Godzilla was bored of the plot. And Mothra? Come on. Mothra, think of it this way, guys. It's basically a butterfly. You guys know what a monarch butterfly is? And the orange was beautiful. How can they look at a moth and say, hey, that's scary enough to be in like a Godzilla movie? I mean, I remember Mothra, he blew a lot of silk and stuff. He was real sticky with his silk. But, I mean, come on. Three-headed monster. A moth? Maybe pick a cicada or something, or grasshopper would have been uglier, or a cricket face or something like that would have been scarier than a moth. A moth kicking a pterodactyl looking thing like Rodan kicking its ass. I mean, come on. And Godzilla, I mean, they woke him up with his transistor radio. I don't know what sparked his life at the end of the movie, but then all of a sudden it was just like massive flames, fire everywhere. You know, and all these people didn't end up with a scratch. Nobody's faces were melting off like Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end of the movie. With all this radiation, nobody had a scratch. Cars are flying over people's shoulders and stuff, and nobody has a scratch. Come on, no, not even a scar or blood. All the debris that's flying around, and the little girl in the movie is like clean. No band-aids, nothing. I mean, and then Godzilla somehow, you know, kicks Ghidorah's butt, the three-headed monster, which like grew like it had its head taken off and then it grew back. And then Godzilla's like laying these like nuclear fart bombs at the end of the movie. All he would do is just go, you know, boom! It will blow up like half the city and push Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, back like 4 blocks. It was just horrible. You know, I'd bring back the old Godzilla, you know. And then a mammoth with tusks at the end of the movie came out of nowhere. Did I miss a Godzilla movie where there was a mammoth and tusks? There has to be a movie that I missed. Because all of a sudden this mammoth with huge tusks came out of nowhere. And then like Rodan bows to Godzilla like he's the king of the monsters at the end of the movie. It is just cornball stuff, man. Cornball stuff. I just don't understand. Oh, we gotta save Earth and release all these monsters to burn fire so we can grow new trees. That'll save our world. And then meanwhile, the stupid mom plays with the transistor radio and releases all these monsters, and people are like dying and frying, and you know, subs are blowing up, and you know, airplanes are getting, and the three-headed Ghidorah monster, Monster Zero, is eating people. I mean, that's saving the Earth. It's really, really... So Godzilla 2019, and then they even play the Blue Oyster Cult song, Go Go Godzilla, at the end of the movie when the credits are... Dude, I almost choked on my popcorn. Stupid!